I do not love tennis. Today I'm talking about fear. The fear of other people not being okay, and that's stopping us from living our best lives. Many of us fear that people who we are caring for, and it's strange, you know, on this channel, for many of us, the person we're caring for is the person who is supposed to be taking care of us, our parents. We're worried that they're not going to be okay. We're worried that our family's not going to be okay. Today, I'm talking about not just them, but anyone else who we are codependent on. And I think that codependency happens in two directions, of two extremes. People who you are helping and people who are helping you. For me, it's hard to say, it's hard to admit online, but it's harder to release attachment to relationships that are helping me than relationships in which I was being the person who was giving. I don't know, maybe I subconsciously think that it's a lost cause, you know, and that I'm just gonna walk away from it. It's what I think is the first step of our healing, except that there's things that are out of our control. Our family, for instance, is out of our control. And for me, it was kind of easy. For people who I feel have proven to me that they aren't like able to be helped. It's just been like, okay, I've tried. It's been harder for me in other areas of my family who haven't lost my faith. I'm speaking about little ones, my niece and nephew. I have had to relinquish my control, you know, my wanting to help them, because their mom, my sister, and I just aren't on good terms right now. So I can't be there for them and help them, and I recognize that it's not in my power right now to be there, to be that person for them. And so although it breaks my heart sometimes, still, it still logically makes sense that that's happening. Moving on to where I still am codependent, to this place that's harder for me to admit and release. Codependency with people who I feel can help me. So when I moved up to northern Michigan, I had this going away party with all my best friends, and 3 of them showed up. One of them was my twin sister. And I was heartbroken. I'm like, why can't you guys make this time for me? I'm gonna be gone. You can't put your priorities aside and help me out this one moment? Because for me it meant a lot. It meant this walking away from people, you know, which is something that I feel like has been part of my life this year. It's been like, who cares about me? Who am I trying to go out on a limb for, and who's going out on a limb for me? Like, what are my relationships? What are they giving me? What am I giving them? Are they balanced? Are they worthwhile? I feel like the people who I have as my best friends at this point in time are stellar. They're just great. And so it wasn't them as people, but I don't know. I have this need for them to be a part of my life. And they weren't there. And why should they be? You know, they don't owe me anything. And why does our friendship need to be on this pedestal, you know, this pressured place? And with my boyfriend, he moved here about a month before I did. And so during that month, I went through this big codependent tidal wave of wow, of missing him and trusting him, but of being pretty alone. I felt like I wasn't alone. I was in southern Michigan. There was a lot going on, a lot of people around, but I felt like I rely on him, and it was very clear in his absence that that's the case. And now he's gone for the weekend, and I'm feeling his absence. This wasn't really consciously the case when he was leaving. What happened today is on Google Maps, I went to check and make sure that he was all right, and he's little icon was not where it was supposed to be. And so I called him to make sure that he wasn't actually stranded in the middle of this weird Michigan forest, but he didn't answer. And, you know, the voice inside of me was like, it's fine. We're off the grid. He's not hurt. He's okay. He's okay. It's gonna be all right. But everything in my physical body was like, all the stuff that you wanted to get done today, it's not gonna happen. You're concerned. And it turns out he's fine. But it's just another upheaval of this stuff that I am not fully aware of, that rules my life. Codependency really rules my life. I make a lot of decisions and go through my days needing security in an assortment of different ways and trying to work around what everyone else is doing and work with everyone else rather than just cohesively living my life the same as I would regardless of anything, no matter what. Does that make sense to you? If it does, say aye or cheers, or yeah, that one, say. So codependency is this major thing. I know that it sometimes manifests as these serious trauma bonds in these abusive relationships. I've experienced that to some degree with my family members. I've had really, really heart-wrenching times trying to find distance and set boundaries within relationships with family members. And that's not what I'm talking so much about today. I should touch on that in the future. It's just hard. It's hard for me to talk about sometimes. So today I'm talking about the more mild instances of codependency that are trickled in all of our decision making. And so what is the step in these 12-step programs, in ACOA in particular, that says pretty much we are our responsibility, no one else. I release my responsibility for everyone else. And not even just responsibility, but attachment too, which is hard because you want to make positive attachments, but there's a blurry line that you're going to have to distinguish for yourself in your life that is between having a loving and attached positive relationship with someone and deprioritizing your needs to mesh with another person. So let me know your thoughts on codependency in the comments down below. I learned a lot from someone who commented yesterday on a video, and I'm gonna go ahead and read that comment to you. People with the condition CPTSD are often diagnosed with BPD, borderline personality disorder. The problem is people with CPTSD need to learn how to trust and engage with others in social situations again, regaining faith in the world and people. With BPD, people are taught how to be less reliant on others and essentially work to accommodate others. For people who are already extremely agreeable and have very little trust in others and are already working to accommodate the feelings of others while being silent about their own, that approach is extremely damaging. Very true, angry guy. Angry, smart guy. I hope to talk to you more in the future. But I really love starting conversations and not only hopefully teaching you something or other or making you realize something inside of yourself, but learning from you guys. I have a lot to learn and I'm making a lot of videos. So if you have any ideas for what you want me to talk about or any lessons that you have that I could share with all of us, please feel free to share it down below. I think that's all I have to share today. I hope I made some cohesive point. And I hope that you're doing well. I really, really, really do. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.